This is Jacob Penrod, homework 2, so I'm going to be talking about my implementation of a global bias recommender, which is really just a bias matrix factorization recommender that we took from LibRec, and we just remove the parts that factorize or that try and pick out the factors, and we just use the item and user bias. So here I have my configuration file, which I added two values so we can independently regulate items and user biases so they don't get too out of control. And we also have here the number of iterations we're going to be doing and the learn rate. These are things we can tweak so we can get an optimal set of configurations to get the lowest MAA possible. So let's go into the code. So here I added the independent item and user bias. I initialized them off the config file. I just removed the global regulation that was here because it's not used anymore. So here I changed my loss function, no longer use the global regulation bias for item, and then instead use the independent variables from above. I removed all the factor work that was here, the user factor and the item factor. Got rid of those because we're not going to use it. And in the predict function, we got rid of those as well. And this makes it run a ton faster because there's no vector multiplication, and it's just so much faster. So here we can see in the driver, we're set up to run we're set up to run our global bias, and let's run it. See, it's compiling. Ran through 1,000 iterations like nothing, and it got a result of 6.188 MA. And I'll see you for homework 3.